Hey everyone, this is James from Responsible Loan. We've gotten a couple of questions about payment plans and how they work, so we put this video together to walk you through how we come up with the math and what it does to your cost of credit. So before we get started, a payment plan is not mandatory. In fact, we encourage people to pay off the loan in the initial period that they've requested. If, however, you can't make that payment in full, if another expenses come up, you can request one up until the due date that your loan's due. At that point, we enact the payment plan and what that means. So I've color coded what happens to the numbers as we go through this so you can see, and I'll address this 3675 here in a moment. But I've set up a very normal loan here that we see, $175 over 17 days. Gets to $29.75 in interest. That's at 365% APR. This is how we calculate our interest. That puts total amount due at $204.75. If a payment plan is requested before the due date, what happens is we keep the original loan due date and we take the 175 and we divide it by 4, which divides out into 4375. We then take the initial interest and have that due on the same date. So at a minimum, if you take a loan with us, you'll have to pay a quarter of the principal plus the initial interest accrued, which is $73.50 in this scenario. Now, on the next pay date that you have after your due date, which this number could change, and if you watch it, it changes. It makes minor changes into the amount due over here. We'll leave it at 14 for the simple math, but these pay dates will be scheduled on your payment frequency based on your income. So most people schedule original due date on their pay date. So 14 days later, the first payment plan happens, or second payment plan really, which it's a quarter of the original interest plus interest on the amount outstanding after the last payment was made. So in this case it's 131.25. So 1838 is 365% interest over 14 days for this amount, which gets you a total payment of 62.13. On the third payment, which is your second payday, it's 56 total dollars, which is $12 in interest. On your third, you only have 43.75 left to pay, plus the 613 interest gets to $49.88. Now, if you'll notice, a payment plan did increase the cost of credit by $36.75 in this situation, but your total amount due at $241. That $36.75 bought you an additional 42 days to pay this loan off. It is an increase in the cost of credit, and we do want you to make the appropriate decision for you and your financial situation. This is just an example loan. Please refer to your loan agreement for exact details, and we're very clear about it in our payment plan emails and other correspondence with you. If you have any questions, please email us at support@responsibleloan.com. Thank you.